car's going to come out. Hello, you alright? I don't know, so on the trail there's going to be baboons. Baboons? Did Crumble say baboon? He did. Another lorry goes past, with the lorry driver staring at me. Great! The joys of live filming in this notable dogging spot. Anyway, hello, how are we? Well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Mr. Crumble, why have you ruined that view with that bike? You put the bike in front of those lovely trees. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And the second thing you're thinking is, why are you wearing those jeans with that jacket? We'll come to that. All right, today's about the most boring motorcycle I've ever owned, the BMW GS. And the fact that, yeah, it doesn't necessarily thrill me, it doesn't excite me, but it's the bike I keep coming back to, and I've still got, and I ride more often than not. I'm rhyming now. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to get on. You're going to come with me. I know you're excited for the ride on the GSA, but I thought we'd have a chat about it. There's a man in a van over there watching me as I'm doing this. Yeah, the thrills and spills of live television. Let's do it. So off we pop on our boring motorcycle. I'm sorry, Klaus, you're not really boring, but I'm going to explore why you could be perceived to be boring. You close your ears. You see, one of the problems with this bike, and the reason why it's a difficult bike to love and why it's got this boring tag, it's not a bike itself really, it's sort of the people who ride them. You know, the ones with the fluorescent jackets on with polite written on it? You know them blokes in full rucker touring gear? You've met them at bike meets, yeah? You've met Brian from Shipley at a bike meet. He'll talk to you about going to Europe with his wife and all the places he's been and what's happened to all the beavers he's had and how he part X this and traded in that for that. And he'll talk you through it and he won't listen to a fucking word you say. You'll say. He'll talk your fucking hind legs off with tales of the hotels he stayed at in Europe and all the trips he's done and all bikes he's had. That's the sort of bloke that has a GS, you see, and that's a problem. It's a bit of a problem. I'll stop talking in this accent now. Is it even a Shipley one? Ooh, look at that. That car came out of absolutely nowhere. It's not the sort of bike that, you know, if I was to park it in a town centre, I'd have lots of females approaching me and a kind of, please can I have sex with you? You've got a brilliant, cool bike. I don't think that's going to happen. You know, I don't think there's many women going to approach me and go, that's a dependable, this is a woman, that's a dependable bike, practical, well made. Could I please have sex with you? And I'll be like, yes, of course you can. Of course you can have sex with me. I'm not sure that that's going to happen. It's kind of the Steve Davis of motorcycling, this bike, isn't it? It's the Steve Davis of the 1980s, you know, he just won everything, he was really good at everything, but he was fucking boring, you didn't want to watch him. It's kind of that, isn't it? Stefan Davis, let's call it, the bike. Hello, my friend. Nice weather we're having. That's the sort of conversation you have on a GS. You know, Steve Davis was really fucking good at what he did in the 1980s, and this bike's great at what it does. But how many women wanted to sleep with Steve Davis? How many women were, you know, knocking on his hotel room in Bradford in 1986, wanted to sleep with him? I mean, I'm guessing at one. And she was called Julie and she had a bit of a sad existence, really. She lived with her mum. She had a lot of cats, you know. Ronnie O'Sullivan, on the other hand, was having an orgy next door. We should stop for a latte, really, shouldn't we, on the bike? Shame I haven't got the panniers on. Could have put some custard creams in there. Image problem? Of course not. This car's going to come out. Hello, you alright? Again, the BMW is just invisible, it seems. Fucking, you believe that? I mean, what the fuck? It's just, how big does this bike need to be? I mean, even he, in that junction, thought the bike was invisible. That's how invisible the GS is. That's how much of an image problem this bike's got. I was coming around the roundabout, lights are blazing, he didn't even see it. If I was on a Harley, a Ducati, he'd have seen it. Alright, so the boring tag kind of extends to the looks, really. It's a difficult bike to love to look at, isn't it, really? It's what we might call a challenging wank. I don't know how many teenage boys are going to be furtively masturbating over pictures of this in their bedroom, hoping mother doesn't catch them. And as we make our way round, it's no Diana Dors. It might have her hips, if we look at the back. Yeah, but it's not quite got her curves. So again, a difficult bike to love to look at. You don't go in your garage, open the garage door and go, oh, what a sexual bike. My gimbal's struggling to keep up with me here. You've got one job, mate, yeah? Just follow the motorbike. That's it. Are you all right now? Thank you very much. But yeah, not the easiest bike on the eye, is it? As we pull away in safety, making sure we're safe and responsible on our BMW GS. The bike might be boring, but the fact is, so am I. I'm boring too, and that's why I love this bike. We're the perfect match, me and you, Klaus. I'm the middle-aged man who wears an adventure jacket with jeans. You see, the thing is about the bike, yes, it's kind of boring, it's dependable, it's practical, yeah, it's spacious, it's roomy, it's comfortable, and the fact is that that's what I want. I want all that stuff, and I don't care who knows it. See, as we get older, people, it's the little things we appreciate. You stay there, mate. I don't want to be out on a Saturday night with noisy people in pubs pissing me off. Hello, I'm coming. That's it, you get out of the way really quickly. I don't want to be in a nightclub listening to shit music. Oh, that was from my 20s. I'm older now. It's this little thing. I want to be at home on a Saturday night with a cup of tea and a custard cream. That's what I want. I'm sorry, Mrs. Crumble, but that's what I want. This bike is a cup of tea on a Saturday night. This bike's kind of about now, really. You see, the thing is, this is what I want now. I want little back roads that snake through fields. It used to be that I'd be herring around with knee sliders on, trying to get my knee down around a roundabout. Woo-hoo. But now, this bike is about now. Who I am now. And who I am, of course, has changed, and I've aged. And now this bike is perfect for what I want. I want quiet country roads. I want the suspension to kind of comfort me as I go over these awful potholes. Thank you. I'm polite on this bike. It makes me feel calm, this bike. It settles me down. It doesn't make me want to be a dick. Sometimes I want to be a dick. I've said that before in other videos. I do want to be a dick sometimes. But I've got another bike for that, you see. And with this bike, 80% of the time I can kind of go, I don't really want to be a dick today. I'm just going to go and have a nice ride, a nice time. Maybe I am kind of conceding to the dying of the light, and I'm not quite raging against the dying of the light. Well, I'm doing it 20% of the time on Dave, but the rest of the time I'm kind of accepting the fading light, but in comfort, you see. Right, nice cool walk into shot, Crumble. No, not your John Wayne. No, not your pimp roll, just I did it with a limp biscuit. Right. The conclusion. The end of all this. What have we realised? Well, we've realised that it's not so much the bike that's dull as it is me. That I've changed, my needs have changed. I'm more of a custard cream on a Saturday night kind of guy than I am a night out in Legends nightclub Blackpool circa 1986. Those days are over. The new days are just quiet and comfortable. Me and Klaus. And the similarities between us, you know, they're kind of endless. He's got a bit of girth, so have I. Bit of middle-aged spread, yep, guilty. He's a bit long in the tooth, guilty as well. Guilty as charged, so we're both rather similar. And the fact is, you know, we're both slightly uncool, aren't we? I mean, look at me. My dad jeans and my Triumph adventure jacket. Again, we're kind of made for each other. So this is the bike for me now. That's the kind of idea, I think. And let's face it, if you're the sort of bloke who actually dresses like this to go riding, then maybe we are indeed made for each other. Thank you, good night. Peace out. But I recorded this section in which I'm like, the bike has got a boring reputation, it's boring, it looks boring, it is boring, everyone thinks it's boring. And then I go, however, and then I've recorded it and gone, the fact is, I'm boring, so I'm boring and I want a boring bike for boring times because we're all boring. And that was my conclusion. And I got home and watched it, I was like, what the fuck are you on about? It's not a boring bike. You might be boring, in fact you are boring. Well, that bike's not boring. So really what you need to do, Mr. Crumble, is go out and record it again, because you need to actually tell the truth about this bike and say, look, there might be a man called Brian in Shipley who's got one. There might be a crew of people who go touring through the Alps on these bikes and bore people senseless at bike meets with what they've been up to. That might be the truth of it. But this is not a dull bike, so get it right. Credit where credit is due, my friend. Is that a stop? It's a stop. It's a stop. Thank you, my friend. On the phone to his girlfriend. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, no, I love you. No, you put the phone down. No, you put the phone down. No, you put the fucking phone down. Why are you calling it boring, mate? It's a fucking Bobby Dazzler, this bike. You can actually and brilliantly fucking rip things up on this bike. And it might look like, I don't know, a rhinoceros. And it might look like it can't do very much apart from, you know, carry 2-ton Tess on the back. And, I don't know, some snooker balls in the panny. I don't know. I hadn't thought about this. I've just come out for a lovely ride because it's a kind of springtime, and I thought I've got to re-record all that shit because it's bollocks. I was sort of trying to say, you know, that my riding priorities have changed and I want to ride around at slow speeds and carry some stuff and ride 2 up an adventure, and all that's true. And that's why this bike is brilliant, because it does do that. But it's not boring. And I suppose the essence of what we're trying to say here is the fact that this is fucking hell. I don't know if you can see these roads. This is 2 bikes in one, really. Yes, you can be the sedate traveller on it, cosseted by the lovely electronic suspension, your heated grips and various other bits and bobs, your cruise control, although mine doesn't fucking work anymore because I fucked it. But then, you know, if you want to be an absolute arsehole on it, you can absolutely do that, and I might put some clips up now. This is me being an absolute dickhead today on this bike and having an absolute blast. And honestly, there's something about this bike that means that this is fun, isn't it? Travelling at 12 miles an hour behind a learner driver. But this bike can do that. There's something brilliant about this bike, about the fact that you can push it through bends and push it really to its kind of bit of its maximum, because it's so easy to ride. Whatever you want this bike to be, it'll be. And yeah, it does get a lot of, you know, it does get a lot of shit, this bike. But honestly, when you ride one of these, you realise what they are. They're honestly, it's a fucking beast. It's a brat monster. It really is. And what I love about it as well is just how flickable and how brilliantly it handles. It's a fucking great bike. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this video, whether I'll do anything with that, I don't know. Go on, son. That's right. You fucking show them, like. And then you run wide like that, and then you feel like a cunt.